Hey Samford fans, welcome into this week's edition of the Samford Sports Wrap-Up presented by Alabama Power. John McAfee's today joined by head women's soccer coach and SoCon Coach of the Year, Todd Yelton. Todd, appreciate you being here as always.
Oh man, it's great to be here, especially since we're still playing, so it's great.
Let's start by recapping the SoCon Championship last Sunday against Furman, a 4-2 win for you guys. You put 4 goals up on Furman in both games here at home this season, but just give us a little bit of a recap of that game. First of all, I know you mentioned on Twitter, you don't really know what you've got until you get tested, and you were tested in that game. You were down 2-1 at halftime. So what was your message at halftime to the team?
Well, we came out flying, right? I mean, we get the goal in maybe the first 5-6 minutes there, and a great goal by Mary, and I feel like we're in total control of the match, right? And I told the group before, I said I think the 2 ways that can hurt us is set pieces or if they get in behind us, right? Jasmine Green is one of the best athletes in all of Division I soccer, in my opinion. And unfortunately, that's what happened to us twice. So at halftime, you don't want to be down 2-1, but I felt really good about it from a standpoint that I thought we had a great chance to still win the game. And I think a lot of people think that it was maybe some fiery or halftime speech or whatever, right? And I am an emotional guy, so I'm not going to say it didn't have a bit of energy to it, but really the whole message was that we can do this, right? We got plenty left in the tank, and now, did I think it would happen in the first minute of the second half that Mary get her second goal? I don't know about that, but I really did think we had a great chance to still get the result. And we've played very, very well in the second half all year. And so when we got the second one and we drew level, I felt really good about it. And then the kids just found a way to get 2 more across the line. And I mean, I don't know, 8 goals against Furman in a season. I don't know if we scored 8 goals against Furman in the last 3 seasons combined, right? So they're a good team, and the 2 of us, the 3rd year in a row that we found ourselves in the final. So it wasn't anything easy about it, and but great home crowd, and you go from being one of, I don't know, it was like 350 some, maybe something Division I teams to one of 64, and that's where you really want to end up anyway. And really proud of them and thankful that we have now this awesome opportunity to represent this amazing university in this NCAA tournament.
Well, before we get to the NCAA tournament, let me just quickly ask about Mary Raymond and what she's meant to your team's success this season, because we saw her play in the spring, but she's really become so instrumental to your program this season.
Yeah, Mary's had a fantastic season. I think the biggest challenge for Mary was we all knew how great a player Mary was, right? The most amazing thing about it is that now Mary's realized what a good player she is. And that's just part of the transition and growth and everything, coming from club soccer to coming in this. And I couldn't be more happy for her, and she's just a big part of what we do. And I know you've had a chance to interview her, and I think that things that rings through even in that interview is how much the group cares about one another. And sometimes awards and those type of things can be difficult for teams. And this group, when they announced Mary as the most outstanding player, the group lost their mind. And had it not been Mary, and had it been one of our other kids, Frazier, whoever it might have been, the reaction would have been just the same. And I think that speaks to how this team looks after one another and cares about one another. And we always say, the foundations of what we do here are love and humility, and this group has definitely embodied that. And if you want to look to anything that's led to our success, it's been that.
Let's talk about the selection show. You guys draw Auburn in the first round. You're going to play the Tigers on Friday, 5 p.m. at their place. What's your initial reaction when you see that draw?
My first initial reaction is it's a good draw for us. We're familiar with them. Our kids know each other. We've played each other a bazillion times. I have enormous respect for that staff, and even, to be quite honest with you, the fact university, right? My daughter is a graduate of there, and my son-in-law played football there. So I don't know. It's certainly a very in-state rivalry, and I am so thankful that Karen has continued to play us all these years, because there's a lot of Power Fives that don't. And but if you just look over Auburn's home record over the last 10 years, and we have a very difficult task in front of us. It's a Friday night before a football game for them, so I'm sure it'll be a really big crowd, and so we're hoping a lot of people will make the trip down from Birmingham to support. But we're excited about it, and we know that nothing about it'll be easy, but I do know our kids will give their absolute best, and I think that's all I can ask of them, and then hopefully put ourselves in a chance to win it.
Yeah, when you guys saw them this year, that was at the beginning of the season. It was the first game of the season, and Raymond scored in that game too. You guys scored pretty early, and then
right.
Auburn wins that one 2-1. Obviously, a lot has changed in your team since then. I'm sure a lot has changed for Auburn since then as well. I mean, what are some of the challenges of seeing a team for a second time?
I think the challenges is that you're not surprising them, right? Although, if you look at what was that, two and a half months ago, maybe, something like that. So there's a lot of changes in what we've done, and certainly for them as well. I think they have certainly some special players. Craven, the center back, is excellent, and Haddock in midfield. I mean, I thought we did a great job limiting their chances in the first time, and she tattooed a ball, and they beat us 2-1 here. But I think the benefits far outweigh the negatives, right? But they are a very, 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 very gritty team, and they can do a lot of different things. They can put it on the floor and pass it if they need to. If they need to go long, they can do those type of things. Very good on set pieces. But it should be a really great game, and I would think it would be incredibly entertaining to watch for sure.
Todd, appreciate your time. Looking forward to it.
Thank you so much. Good to be here.
Bulldogs and Tigers, first round of the NCAA tournament Friday at 5 p.m. That's head coach Todd Yelton. I'm John Maxfield. That'll do it for this week's edition of the Samford Sports Wrap-Up presented by Alabama Power.